Hey guys, Cece here to welcome you all to a brand new episode of Zelda Mailbag. I apologize for the sore throat and the messy look, but I hope you guys enjoy nonetheless, okay? Let's get started.
HappyDog664 asks about how Link got the blue tunic, resembling the tunic from Outset Island in Wind Waker, and the cloth, the sailcloth found in Skyward Sword. It's hard to theorize on where he got this cloth and the apparel, since my theory is more gameplay related, more than theory based. Of course, there will be a story surrounding it. It could be that Link is a descendant of the Hero of the Winds from Skyward Sword, but that is a possibility. But that wouldn't explain the blue tunic, and I think there's another explanation. I think that we will have customizable apparel and equipment, so you will be able to determine what kind of tunic you want to wear yourself, and the green tunic will then most likely be obtained in the same way as you obtained the heroes, the Hylian shield in Skyward Sword, where you had to go through the boss rush mode in Lanai Rugork. So it'll be interesting how they will do it, but I also think that the tunic will be customizable and craftable in this game, and the green tunic will appear later in the game. While the sailcloth might have a connection of this Link being a descendant of the Link from Skyward Sword.
This next question comes from Dimitri Hatakite. Sorry. Well, you asked, what about Epona as a companion for Link? I would love that. Honestly, I would love that too, because I love Epona. I mean, Epona is so, I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, as a little girl, I always wanted to be an adult so I could just run around Hyrule Field as an adult with Epona. I thought that was really cool. Whenever I watched my uncle play, and I always made him help me get to that part just so I could, like I said in one of my videos, actually, I posted it as a Zelda rant. When I was 4 years old and Ocarina of Time came out, obviously I didn't really know how to play. I kind of just ran around, and my favorite part about running around was having a horse with me, and so I just grew to love Epona. And I mean, in other games as well, I thought Epona was really, like, just a cool character to have. Twilight Princess, she was cool. I believe it was Minish Cap or something where she was really pixelated. She didn't have much of a part, but she was cute. And now to have, like, Epona and have her as your companion to help you out with your entire quest, and, like, I think that'd be cool. Like, rather than just transportation. Like, I think someone else asked a question, or I saw it somewhere, like, what if Epona could talk to you? I think that'd be really cool. There's not much to really answer to this question, but other than I guess I can say that I agree with that thought. Like, that'd be a cool thought. Like, I would love it too. That was a cool fun question.
Logan Johnson asks, what is your take on the Twily being banished Sheikah? Johnson, to make a very long story short, in the ending of Skyward Sword, you might remember that the old Impa passed away, and she was the only Sheikah who had any contact with the surface humans. And what is believed happened afterwards was that some Sheikah became loyal, swear loyalty to the reincarnated goddess Hylia, that being Zelda, while some didn't. And this led to a split in the Sheikah tribe into two factions, loyalists on one side and insurrectionists on the other side. And those insurrectionists became later the interlopers, because since they didn't trust or didn't want to swear loyalty to this human reincarnation of the goddess, they decided to take the Triforce away from them as well, since they had control of it after it was brought down with the goddess statue by Link. What followed then, most likely in the era of Chaos, is that Interlopers used the Fused Shadow, which were the Insurrectionist Sheikah, attacked the sacred grounds, sealed away the Triforce, but in the end was halted and stopped by the light spirits of Farron, Lanayru, and Eldin, and the Fused Shadow was sealed away. So what then happened in terms of the theory is that they were exposed, and the Hylians, along with the other races, drove them out to the desert, where they were banished to the Twilight Realm using the Mirror of Twilight. And evidence that could support this theory are the many Sheikah resembling eyes found within the Twilight Realm. Especially in the Palace of Twilight, you can see several eye symbols that resemble the Sheikah tearing eye, the eye with the lens, and the markings. You can give a comparison, I guess, Jesse, just comparing the two symbols. But absolutely, there is a high probability that the Sheikah, or at least the version of it, is made up what became the Twilight, since they, in the influence of Twilight, transformed from Sheikah into Twilight.
Okay, so this question is from RPG Tour Guide. You asked, what if there were a Zelda game where Link became the hero of dimensions? The game would involve Link traveling between the different timelines, exploring the familiar world and battling against old foes like Skull Kid, Majora, Vaati, and Ganon naturally. He could team up with the Links of these different dimensions as well. What are your thoughts on this idea? Okay, the first thing that comes to my mind when I read this question was Hyrule Warriors, and more of like Hyrule Warriors Legends, I guess. When I played Hyrule Warriors, I mean, you go into the Twilight Realm, you go into Skyloft, you go into Zora's Domain, that I believe it looked like the one from Ocarina of Time. And then you go to Gerudo Desert, and you're fighting different bad guys, and you get Ruto and Darmani, I think that's his name, the Goron, big scary looking Goron, and you get Midna, and you get different characters from like different Zelda games, and you know, I thought that was kind of like the concept you came up with here. I mean, the idea of different dimensions, different timelines all coming together, and then now with this new Hyrule Warriors Legends coming, you're gonna have Toon Link and regular Link fighting, you know, side by side. It would be cool to have Link from like Ocarina of Time fighting with Link from Hyrule Warriors, or Link from Twilight Princess, you know, if all of them fought together and helped each other out. That would be interesting. But yeah, your question just right away sparked Hyrule Warriors to me. It would be cool if that was if it had an actual like story to fit into the timeline, which kind of fit with the question from Nomo Del Bosque, when that person asked about it fitting into the timeline after Skyward Sword. So, I mean, that's what came to my mind. Cool question. Just to throw this in there, I realized in my last answer for RPG Tour Guide, I mixed up Darmani with Darunia. Darmani from Majora's Mask, and Darunia from Ocarina of Time. Sorry, terrible mistake. I'm as I said before, I'm currently playing Majora's Mask, so when I was thinking of the Goron, Darmani came to mind because it's the most recent Goron I encountered. But I meant Darunia from Ocarina of Time is playing, you know, fighting side by side in Hyrule Warriors. My mistake. Sorry. Forgive me. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. Sorry.
Jonathan Cole is asking, which races do you think will be present in Zelda Wii U? I think we'll see a high number of races present in this game, and we already got hint of two of them, apart from the highlights, of course, being the Sheikah, due to the book found in the latest Nintendo Direct teaser, which has obviously the Sheikah tearing eye and the shield that Link also wore at the E3 reveal and the Game Awards presentation in 2014. So what I think about the other races, I think the Gorons are most likely going to return. We have had so many takes of shown of Death Mountain, both in the distance and highlighted in the footage we've seen so far. Death Mountain was especially highlighted in the most recent teaser, 30-second trailer. And what I believe is that the Gorons will return, because we see a sword resembling the Big Goron sword in the latest teaser, and I can't see it any other way that this sword must have some connection to the Gorons. And the Gorons have been present in every Zelda game since 3D Zelda game at least, and console Zelda games since they were introduced in Ocarina of Time. So what I believe will happen in this case is that we will most likely see the Sheikah, the Gorons, and we will probably also see the Zoras because of the lengthy coastline. Then we will see if the Kokiri will return, the Deku, the Yeti. There's a wide variety. Gerudo also a possibility, but once again it depends on the timeline placement. If the game takes place in an early stage of the timeline, saying the Unified timeline, shortly after Skyward Sword, there's a high probability that we might see Gerudo, we might see Sheikah, we will see Goron, Hylian, an early evolution of the Zoras, and so on.
Okay, so this question is from Nomo Del Bosque. Sorry about the pronunciation there. And you asked, I thought of the chance of Hyrule Warriors fitting really well on the Legend of Zelda timeline. I mean, after Skyward Sword in the Hyrule Historia book, it says that another great war of demons, monsters versus Hylians took place. Can Hyrule Warriors be that specific war that the book was talking about? You know, that's actually a really cool concept, that idea. I like that idea because when Hyrule Warriors came out, I did see videos of people trying to theorize where it would fit into the timeline, and that's a good thought, I suppose. But personally, I think it's kind of hard to fit it in the timeline with so many different timelines being thrown into that one. I mean, and with the new edition, we have Tetra, we have Toon Link next to Hyrule Warriors Link, and then we can put costumes in them from like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and all that. And I mean, putting them in Twilight Princess clothes, wouldn't that make him, I mean, it changes the Link completely. It's not even just a costume, he is the Link from Twilight Princess. I mean, it changes his face and hair and everything. But I don't know if that could fit into the timeline, but I did like that idea. Maybe a theorist could answer that better than I could, but I picked that question because I thought that was a really good, like, guess, a good thought to throw in. But yeah, and yeah.
Darren Walter Hart II asked what 2D Zelda game should be remade in 3D. And I must say the original Legend of Zelda. And I don't think it needs really a remake with Zelda Wii U, since Zelda Wii U is taking so much from this game already, such as the map, the locations, the same way of exploring things. And since the original Legend of Zelda didn't have much of a story outside, of course, of the game manual, I think that Zelda Wii U is a proper remake, though it's not, of course, a remake of the game. It will at least give a sense of exploration that we haven't seen since the original Legend of Zelda. I think that A Link to the Past has already gotten the remake it deserved with A Link Between Worlds, a brilliant remake, may I add. And in terms of the other 2D Zelda games, you could say that that Link's Adventure, the Adventure of Link, that the Adventure of Link should get should get a remake because of the, well, let's say black sheep position it has in the Zelda franchise at this moment. But I think that it could also be fused in Zelda Wii U because those two games are rather similar in terms of setting. They are different in terms of the one is a more RPG heavy based side scroller, while the other is a more action adventure, top down adventure. But I think that Zelda Wii U will be a great combination of both and satisfy all of the needs for a remake of those two titles.
Okay, this question comes from SkullGamerX, and you asked, would you like to see a Legend of Zelda game where you can play as different characters, not by controlling and not including Hyrule Warriors? Yes. Personally, yes. I would love that. I mean, as much as I love playing Link, after playing Hyrule Warriors, I think it would be fun to play as other characters in a actual Legend of Zelda game. And like the hype of Linkle, I've heard from, I think IGN had an interview with Nintendo, and they said that they're gonna keep Linkle in mind for future Zelda games, you know, not Hyrule Warriors, but Legend of Zelda games. And I think that would be really cool to have her as a playable character in a Legend of Zelda game, and not just a side character like, you know, others. And, you know, as you said, not including Hyrule Warriors, but due to the fact that Hyrule Warriors allows you to play other characters, it made me, you know, kind of open up to the idea of playing other characters. Like, I really enjoyed playing as Sheik. Impa was bad ass. And I think playing as those characters in a Zelda game to fit the timeline and everything would be really fun. Like, so cool. I mean, you know, there's everyone has their own opinion. I'm sure there are people out there that wouldn't like that. I know there was a lot of people that disliked Hyrule Warriors because it wasn't a Zelda game per se, but I mean, maybe some people don't even like playing the other characters and they want to just keep it OG Link, you know? But I think that would be a fun little twist in a future Zelda game. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I apologize for the sore throat. I hope it wasn't too much of a disturbance to listening to my answers. Hopefully I get better soon and my voice won't be so raspy. Like, comment, subscribe, and looking forward to future questions, responses to these answers, any, you know, conversations these might stir. Hope you guys enjoy and look forward to the next one as much as I am. Alright, bye!
Alright guys, thank you for checking out this videos. If you like this, please subscribe and thumb up. It really helps. You may also be interested in some of my past Zelda theories or Zelda Wii U news videos. In fact, I post a brand new Zelda theory every week, usually around Wednesdays. I also have my other series of Zelda mailbags, where myself and other popular YouTubers like McIntyre Productions, HMK, Commonwealth Realm, RMFH, 2Button Crew, Sazizi, and many others answer your Zelda questions and give out prizes like games and amiibo every week for those who get their questions answered. If you do subscribe, you'll be notified as soon as each new video goes up, and you'll never have to worry about missing out on great Zelda content. Be sure to leave your thoughts on this Zelda theory below, and let me know what you would like to see in a new Zelda theory. Then, check out some of my other Zelda theories or mailbags. And as always, thank you for watching.